I wanted to talk about therapeutic off-grid versus independent off-grid because they're two different classes of intention. With therapeutic off-grid, you're doing it because you think that it's healthier for you and you're actually trying to stay away from electricity. With independent off-grid, what you're trying to do is keep your creature comforts, but just not be dependent on a grid system to be able to create your own power, whether it be some kind of generator or solar panels or wind power or something like that. And I belong to the class of therapeutic off-grid. I believe that firelight is gentle on your eyes and helps you sleep better at night. I feel like hauling water builds muscles, it builds skills, and it helps you be more intentional about how much water you use. So there are those two classifications, and I get that a lot where people will come in and tell me what they want me to change about how we're living as if I didn't have a choice. But when you're therapeutic off-grid, you are definitely doing it because of choice, not because you have to. And a lot of times intentional independent off-grid can cost a lot more money because you're bringing in some very sensitive equipment, some very sensitive tools that will allow you to use your solar power or your wind power and regulate your power flow and keep things from blowing out. And it takes a lot of attention to detail. So intentional and independent off-grid is not always a walk in the park. I grew up independent off-grid, in which we still had all of our appliances. We had a very large house, almost 6,000 square feet, and our house was still run on solar panels and propane and wood and all these other things, but it did take some management. And again, it was not necessarily inexpensive or worry-free, because a lot of those tools that run on those other fuels can be sensitive, and maybe they don't have as long of a history of running through and problem solving as far as using those tools. So just so you know, I have lived both, and this is the one that I choose because I don't like to spend that much money. I'd rather go spend money on something fun, and I definitely want to be off-grid, and I love the therapeutic off-grid lifestyle. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Those are my preferences. If you're not into therapeutic off-grid, then you're going to be looking at a completely different setup, one that I've lived in, but it's very different. You want everything to be LED bulbs. You want everything to be super energy efficient. You want everything to be ultra insulated because you want your power to go as far as it can, and you want everything to be as efficient as possible, because the original outlay of money to get started with solar and wind power is very expensive by itself, and you want to make sure you don't want to get like the biggest system you possibly can and then find that really you could have handled a much smaller system if you'd just been more careful with your appliances. And for us, the only appliance we have is the fridge. That was one where I wasn't willing to try and endanger my family by not having a fridge. So we have a very, very small fridge where we keep essentials. And then I have a charging station for my computer and my phone. And that's all the electricity we have. And I really like it that way. We enjoy our time here. And I do find that I sleep better here than anywhere else. And I enjoy the process of making it comfortable. So if you're interested in any of the tools that I have talked about, I will put them in my Amazon store, which is a link that just takes you to all the things that I recommend as far as tools. And hopefully this was helpful to you. And make sure to go check us out on Facebook at 10 o'clock Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time on Saturdays to see any of our live shows about this kind of thing. And we'll talk to you later.